Attention passionate Kansas City CHIFS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Kansas City Chiefs' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Kansas City Chiefs fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Kansas City CHIFS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, you've probably heard the buzz about some big shifts in the AFC. But today, we're zeroing in on something that could really shake up the Kansas City Chiefs' roster and their quest for back-to-back Super Bowl titles. It's about a player who, just a few seasons ago, was considered one of the most promising and unstoppable running backs in the league. Nick Chubb. Yes, you heard right. The same Nick Chubb who, through his first 5 NFL seasons with the Cleveland Browns, looked every bit like a top 5 workhorse back, powerful, explosive, and reliable. I mean, think about it. In all but his rookie year, he finished with nearly 1,000 rushing yards, 996 yards in his first season, then consistently over 200 yards in the following years. That's the kind of production that makes defenses tremble and fans dream of a dominant ground game. But as many of you know, the NFL is a cruel game sometimes. In 2023, Chubb suffered a devastating leg injury, an injury so gruesome that it ended his season in Week 2. And while the player's resilience and dedication have been evident, his performance since returning to the field has raised questions. Let's be honest, coming back from such a serious injury is no small feat, and it's natural for NFL fans and analysts alike to wonder if he still has that same explosive burst, that ability to break tackles, to gain those extra yards after contact that made him a nightmare for defenders. In 2024, his numbers weren't quite what they used to be, averaging just 3 yards per carry, which is a significant dip from his previous standards. Many experts pointed out that he looked somewhat rusty, lacking the same burst and agility that once made him a top-tier back. And as you might imagine, this led the Browns to make some tough decisions. After the season, Cleveland decided to part ways with Chubb, something that surprised many, considering his talent and the fact that he's still relatively young in NFL terms. Now, the question is, where does Chubb go from here? Because, let's face it, despite the injury setbacks, his physical gifts are still undeniable. The guy is built like a tank, with exceptional vision and speed when healthy. He's done his part in trying to stay in shape, posting videos from the weight room, showing that he's still working tirelessly to regain his top form. This is where the excitement really kicks in. Because the NFL, as we all know, is a league of opportunity, and veteran running backs are always in demand, sometimes more for their experience and leadership than for their raw explosiveness. But the big question is, does Chubb still have enough to convince a team to roll the dice? Well, Alex Buck from NFL Analysis recently weighed in, and he pointed out that given the Kansas City Chiefs' history of utilizing veteran backs, they might be the perfect landing spot for Chubb. And it's not just speculation, there's a logical fit here. Think about it. The Chiefs have always been strategic about their backfield. They've rotated veteran players, mixing in different styles to keep defenses on their toes. Remember when they brought in Le'Veon Bell or even tried Darrell Williams? They're no strangers to experimenting with seasoned runners to complement their star quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Now, why would Chubb be a good fit? For starters, his style of play aligns well with what the Chiefs tend to look for: power, vision, and the ability to grind out tough yards when needed. Andy Reid's offensive scheme is built around versatility, and a healthy Chubb could add a new dimension to that. But let's be real, the Chiefs already have their starter locked in Isaiah Pacheco. The young back has been impressive, showing flashes of explosiveness and becoming a key part of Kansas City's rushing attack. Behind Pacheco, the team has veteran Kareem Hunt, who's familiar with the system and has proven he can be a reliable contributor when called upon. Elijah Mitchell, acquired last season, is also in the mix, along with a recent draft pick, Brashard Smith, who the coaching staff really seems to like. So, it's not like Kansas City is desperate for a running back, but adding a veteran like Chubb could be a strategic move if circumstances change, especially if Pacheco gets hurt again or struggles with injuries. And here's an interesting twist. Some might wonder, Is Houston more likely to be the landing spot for Chubb? After all, the Texans have been rebuilding, and they're in need of established players to help their young quarterback and offensive line. But right now, the Chiefs appear to be in a good position, not actively seeking to add a new running back unless it's for very specific reasons. They're confident in Pacheco and their rotation, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't consider it if Chubb proves he's back to full strength and can contribute immediately. The NFL is always a game of chess, and veteran presence can be invaluable, especially in playoff scenarios where every yard and every possession counts. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture here. For Kansas City, this potential addition, if it happens, could serve as a statement. It would show that they're always looking to improve, to adapt, and to stay ahead of the curve. The AFC West is fiercely competitive, with the likes of the Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos all trying to find their footing, making the division even more challenging. The Chiefs have built their dynasty on excellent coaching, innovative schemes, and a knack for finding talent and turning it into gold. But in the NFL, it's never just about what you have today. It's about what you can add tomorrow. Chubb's journey back from injury has been closely watched, and he's doing everything he can to prove that he's still a top-tier back. His videos from the weight room show a man determined to return to his peak, to reclaim his status as one of the league's most feared runners. And if he gets signed, it's likely to be on a prove-it deal, small, maybe 1 or 2 years, with the motivation to earn a bigger contract down the line. The Chiefs could potentially offer that, especially if they see him as a valuable piece for their championship puzzle. It's a strategic move, adding depth, experience, and a proven winner to a team that's already a Super Bowl contender. And yet, let's not forget the other side of the coin. The Chiefs are currently comfortable with their current running back room. Pacheco has shown he can carry the load, and Hunt, Mitchell, and the draft pick all give them options. So if Chubb does come in, it's probably more for insurance and to tap into that veteran leadership, rather than an outright starter competition. It's about having that extra gear, that reliable option if injuries strike or if the team needs a change of pace. It's also about the message it sends. Kansas City isn't resting on their laurels. They're always looking for ways to get better, to keep the dynasty going. In the bigger NFL picture, this kind of move isn't unprecedented. Teams are always on the lookout for veteran talent that can contribute immediately or serve as a mentor for younger players. Chubb's injury history and recent struggles may have cooled some teams' interest, but the right fit can reignite a player's career. For the Chiefs, signing someone like Chubb, even on a short-term basis, could be a low-risk, high-reward move, adding talent and leadership without disrupting the chemistry they've built over the past few seasons. It's about maximizing every opportunity, especially when you're aiming for a third straight Super Bowl appearance, something that's quite rare in today's NFL. And let's be honest, Chiefs fans, the excitement about this potential signing isn't just about the immediate impact. It's also about the story. It's about seeing a player who's battled back from adversity, who's still got the drive, and who might just find his way back to elite form in the perfect environment, Kansas City. It's about the possibility of adding a new chapter to the Chiefs' storied history, one that could see them once again lifting the Lombardi Trophy, with a veteran back helping to power the way. So, as we wait and see what happens in the coming weeks, keep your eyes peeled. This offseason has already been full of surprises, and the Chiefs are never ones to sit still. Whether it's through draft picks, free agency, or strategic trades, they're always aiming to stay at the top of the league. And for all of us fans, that's what makes this ride so exciting: the constant pursuit of excellence, the relentless drive to win, and the passion that unites us all as part of the Kansas City Chiefs family. We've seen incredible moments, heartbreaks, epic comebacks, and unforgettable victories, and I have no doubt that the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Kansas City Chiefs news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Chiefs' roster is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory. The core of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Pacheco remains as strong as ever, but every championship team has that extra piece, someone who can step in, make a difference, and elevate the overall level of play. Chubb could be that guy, especially if he manages to prove he's back to full strength. And for Chiefs fans, this is what makes this offseason so exciting. It's not just about the draft or free agency. It's about the stories of resilience, the potential comebacks, and the strategic moves that could determine whether they're hoisting another Lombardi trophy next February. In the end, the NFL is a league of stories, of comebacks, of the underdog rising from adversity. Nick Chubb's journey is a testament to that, and if he finds his way to Kansas City, it could be one of the most fascinating chapters of this upcoming season. We'll be watching closely, bringing you all the latest updates, insights, and analysis. Because that's what Chiefs fans do. We stay ahead of the game, we analyze every move, and we believe in this team's potential to keep making history. So buckle up, Chiefs Kingdom, because this offseason might just bring us a few more surprises, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. And now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Kansas City Chiefs. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Kansas City Chiefs news.